Hello everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
Oh, and I'm Karen.
Are you okay? You're
Sorry.
Yeah. What's
I'm
up?
just a little bit busy, you know. I'm
Okay.
looking for like a healthy recipe for breakfast. You know, because every day I always eat something really unhealthy.
Yeah.
And then I don't think it's good for my body. And I think, you know, at my age, I should try to eat something a little healthier.
Okay, well, can you find like 5 or 10 minutes in the morning to make something pretty simple?
Well, I guess it's okay.
That
5
would be
or 10.
okay. Okay, well, how about avocados? Have you ever thought of getting a bunch of avocados?
You
Keep
mean
them in
like
the fridge.
guacamoles?
Yeah, well, yeah, you make guacamole with avocado, but not for breakfast.
Well, then how would you eat it? I don't know how to eat avocado.
Oh, there's so many great ways, especially for breakfast. You can just get an avocado, you mash it up till it's, you know, nice and thick and kind of creamy. Then you can put it on your toast. You can put a fried egg on top with some sriracha sauce if you like it a little spicy. Maybe shave some Parmesan cheese on it. Get some umami going on. I know some people who love to slice up some strawberries and they put the avocado with the toast with strawberries on top.
Strawberries
Or
go
you
with
can kind
avocado?
of cook your eggs and use some like Mexican beans and avocado and some chilies. That gives you a nice Mexican kind of breakfast.
You know what? These sound
So many
really,
things.
really good and delicious.
Absolutely.
Hey, let's have breakfast together.
I can show you some of these recipes.
That's great.
Most of them literally won't take you more than 10 minutes.
Because I am a little bit lazy. But you sound like you know what you're doing.
I've been eating a lot of avocado. It's great because it's green, buttery, and so very good for you.
Really?
Which strangely is also the title of our article.
So we'll be learning about avocados.
Good luck. Let's check it out.
All right.
The avocado is known as a delicious, versatile fruit. It can be spread on toast, made into a dip, or blended into a drink. What's more, its buttery flesh is full of vitamins and healthy fats, which is why it's considered a superfood. Today it's grown in tropical climates around the world, including Taiwan. But where did this amazing fruit come from? And was it always such a big hit?
So we're looking at part 1 of green, buttery, and so very good for you. And like you mentioned before, we know that we're talking about avocados, right?
That's right, the avocado. And as it says, the avocado is known as a delicious, versatile fruit. Versatile. People sometimes might say it that way. Yes, it's absolutely delicious. It tastes really good. It's very versatile. You can use it in a lot of different ways. And just to give you a few simple ideas, we get to some of those ways in the next sentence. It can be spread on toast, made into a dip, or blended into a drink.
I do have to say, I really like the dip guacamole. And I think a
Guacamole
lot of
is
people enjoy it
fantastic.
too.
Yes, you can have it with your nacho chips, some cheese, some salsa, that nice cool guacamole. I've never had it in a drink. I guess you could use it in a smoothie, right? With banana and blueberry and stuff like that. And of course, spreading it on your toast like the ones I mentioned, that can make a very quick and healthy breakfast.
Definitely. What's more, its buttery flesh is full of vitamins and healthy fats, which is why it's considered a superfood. So when we consider something a superfood, that means it's really, really good for you. And for example, like kiwi is also a superfood too. It provides a lot of good vitamins for your body, and it does a lot of good things for you, right?
Okay, because a lot of fruit and vegetable do good things for you, but some of them have been kind of shown to not only do good things for your body, but maybe fight disease, help you control your blood pressure, things like that. So blueberries, kiwi, avocado, oatmeal. We often talk about things like this as being superfoods, but they will definitely have lots of good vitamins in them for you. What is a vitamin? This is basically a chemical that your body needs in order to be healthy. Vitamin C, vitamin B, vitamin E, vitamin D. We get these from different things, and our body needs these in certain amounts from the food that we eat in order just to stay healthy and fight off disease and avoid many problems. Generally, if you eat a good diet, you get all the vitamins you need in fruits and vegetables. and places like that. But occasionally people will take vitamin pills
as supplements.
If they're older, if they have certain problems with their life, with their health, I should say. But generally, yeah, if you're eating healthy, you should get all your vitamins from the healthy things that you eat. For example, every morning we can say, Gary, take some vitamins after eating breakfast. Maybe a little bit of vitamin C or something like that. Some people think that will help them avoid colds.
How about you? Do you also take some vitamins or no? Not at all?
No, I don't usually. No, I just try to eat healthy, get my fruit and vegetable in all my meals. But no, I don't do that too much.
You're one healthy guy.
I try. Today, let's get back to, and I eat avocado.
Oh, that's right.
That's clearly the reason why.
Superfood.
Yes, I will live to be 1,000 years old. Today, avocado, it says today it's grown in tropical climates around the world, including Taiwan. So that's good news for us. We won't be growing it in cold places. We grow it here, so we can obviously get it more easily. So that's good. But here's the question. Where did this amazing fruit come from, and was it always such a big hit? Okay, yeah, where did the avocado come from? I couldn't really tell you. And was it always such a big hit? Was it always such a popular food like it is today? I would say no.
I think when I was little, avocados were actually not that popular. But it really became popular in recent years,
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah. I think I was probably in my teens when I had my first avocado.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember. Not in Canada. We didn't get them.
Because it's not a tropical place,
Definitely not a tropical part of the world.
So tropical is actually an adjective. So we're describing, avocados that will grow in tropical climates. Like temperature, when it's really humid, when it's really hot. For example, you like to go and travel to tropical islands. So those places will be very hot, very humid. Usually they have a lot of great fruits, right?
Absolutely.
So for example, I enjoy eating pineapples and other tropical fruits.
Yeah, papaya, mango, guava, things like that.
Mangoes are good.
Very common here, but not so common in many parts of the world, like Europe and North America. So that's why we feel very lucky to be living in a tropical area with tropical fruit like avocado as well. Let's take a break, and then we'll be back with more about the amazing green wonder, the avocado.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。酪梨 avocado 它被视为超级食物，那它呢浓郁滑顺的果肉富含维他命和健康的脂肪。这种水果不但美味，而且用途广泛，可以抹在白面包上面做成蘸酱，或者是混合成饮品。那老师们有提到这个 guacamole dip 就是酪梨蘸酱，这在第2天课文也会读到。那现在酪梨种植在世界各地的热带气候区，台湾也有哦。我们今天课程就是要看看这种神奇的水果是哪来的，它一直都受欢迎吗？好，我们来看单字 vitamin， 它表示维生素、维他命。这时候 Karen 老师提到 supplement， supplement， 这个名词它是营养补充品、补充剂的意思。再看到 tropical 是形容热带的。那说到超级食物，老师提到奇异果燕麦等等。那么 oatmeal 就是燕麦片或是燕麦粥的意思。那这边2个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点是表示认为、视为的说法。那么动词 consider 和 see 都可以表达认为怎么样，把什么视为怎么样。我们要表达说某人事物被认为是点点点，可以用到被动语态。那我们来看句型，你就可以用某人或某事物加 be considered to be 名词或形容词，这个 to be 可以省略，或者是你可以用某人或某事物加 be seen as 加上名词或形容词。我们来造2个例句。The album is considered her most successful work。那张专辑被认为是她最成功的作品。He's seen as the best player on his team， 就是说他被认为是他队上最厉害的球员。再看下一个重点是 such a 或 an 加形容词加名词，可以表达如此或是这样的什么什么。Such 在这边呢，它是指如此的或是这样的。后面除了接单数可数名词，你也可以接复数可数名词或是不可数名词。像我们说 such a funny video， 就是这么好笑的影片。Such beautiful earrings， 就是如此漂亮的耳环，还有 such nice weather， 这么好的天气。举例来说 ，Molly is such a sweet girl， Molly 真是个贴心的女孩。那我们接着回到课文中。
Humans discovered the avocado in what is now Mexico, around 10,000 years ago. In its native land, the avocado was seen as a source of strength and fertility. But it would remain unknown to the wider world until the 16th century, when the Spanish arrived on the continent and began exporting avocados. Currently, the largest market for avocados is the United States. However, avocados were slow to catch on in the beginning. Avocados were first planted in the US in 1833, but for many years the public did not take to the fruit. In fact, there was a taboo against eating avocados, in part because of their links with sex and fertility.
Welcome back, everyone. So we are back to learn more about the superfood avocados, right?
That's right. We know it's popular, but where did it come from?
I have no idea.
Not the supermarket. That's not the answer to that question.
No, it's not. Humans discovered the avocado in what is now Mexico. Oh, around 10,000 years ago.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's right. In its native land, the avocado was seen as a source of strength and fertility. Really? Okay, so the source of strength, to be powerful, right?
That's
and
right.
Fertility, what does that mean?
Well, fertility is being able to have lots of babies and things like that. So it kind of had these cultural meanings, right? I mean, we read, I think, in another article about how the pineapple was seen as kind of a royal fruit. Not
That's
only
right.
was it fancy and delicious, but it was also kind of special, especially to people in its native land. And when we talk about native something, this adjective means where something comes from. So the native plant, the native people, the native food, or something like that. It could have traveled all around the world. It could be popular in many places. But if we go back in history, this is the place that it started out. This is the place where we first found it. Even though it could be very popular in other places, this is where it comes from or where it began. For example, Elsa lives in Taipei, but she plans to return to her native city of Detroit. So by calling it her native city, we know that's where she was born. All right, back to the article. But, so it's from Mexico, which makes sense because we think of it in guacamole and other types of Mexican food.
And it's a tropical place,
Exactly.
right? Tropical climate,
it
very
has-
hot, very humid.
Yeah, it has the right climate, but it says it would remain unknown to the wider world until the 16th century when the Spanish arrived on the continent and began exporting avocados. Yes, the Spanish, of course, first led by Christopher Columbus and then others. They explored what we now know as Central and South America. What did they bring back? Hot peppers, tomatoes, avocados, corn. So many of these things were from that continent. And then, of course, they brought them back to the continent they're from, back to Europe.
That's right. So continent is actually a noun. When you're using the word continent, you're referring to the big land in the world. So basically, in our world, we have 7 large continents, right? Asia, Africa, and
Europe?
Yes, but I'm going from the biggest to the smallest.
Good. That's much more logical. Asia,
Africa, North America,
Yes.
South America.
Yes.
And then there is Asia. There's a song to help me. Asia, Africa, North and South America.
Okay.
Antarctica.
Yes.
Antarctica is actually where you can see a lot of penguins, right?
South Pole.
That's
yeah.
right. Antarctica, Europe, finally Australia.
Exactly right. I like that song. I've never
From the biggest to the smallest.
tried to learn it that way. There you go.
Okay, so for example, I have lived in Canada and China. So I have lived on 2 continents, and that is North America and Asia.
All right, there you go. So yes, as these things spread, they get grown on different continents, different parts of the world. And then, of course, also you can grow them in one place and then put them in a box, put them on a boat or on a truck, and move them to another place to sell them over there. And that is to export something. Basically, if you export something, here we're using it as a verb, you grow the thing here, and then you send it over there to another country. country generally to be sold, like Taiwan exports bananas and stuff to Japan, right? The opposite would be import. So if something is from another place and we bring it in here, we would import it. And we can also use these as nouns. Exports and imports are the things that are either sent out or brought in to be bought or sold. For example, Taiwan exports computer parts to the U.S. and we would import maybe cars from the U.S. or something like that. So we export lots of computer parts to the U.S. and other places.
And right now, currently, the largest market for avocados is the United States. Okay, well,
makes sense.
That's true. However, avocados were slow to catch on in the beginning. So maybe in the beginning, people didn't really like avocados. So that's why they said they were slow on catching on, right?
That's right.
Avocados were first planted in the U.S. in 1833.
So George Washington never had an avocado. Because he would have been dead by then. So it wasn't part of the early days of America. It was later on. But of course now people love Mexican food. Mexico's right next door. And a lot of people, of course, know that avocado is delicious. So they love it these days. But it says for many years, the public did not take to the fruit. If you take to something, you kind of automatically like it. Might be the first time you're like, hey, I like this. I want to have more. I really enjoy this. If you don't take to something, you're like,
you don't like it.
You might change your mind later on, but at that beginning and that first experience, you're not a fan. You don't fall in love. So people didn't really like avocado at first. In fact, it says there was a taboo against eating avocados, in part because of their links with sex and fertility.
Taboo. What does that mean when they said there was a taboo?
If something is taboo, that means your culture says it is bad, it is wrong, it is something you shouldn't do. For example, getting drunk and driving your car. That is very taboo. It's against the law, of course. But also, if you tell people you do this, everyone around you would be like, no, that's bad. Don't do that. That's against the rules of our culture and society. And if you do that kind of thing, you're bad or you're wrong. So in some ways, this food, maybe because people back then were kind of conservative and didn't talk about sex and stuff. Avocado, ooh, that's the sexy fruit. You can't eat that or you're a bad person. Of course, now we know better and people love avocado. They know it's delicious. They don't care about these other things. And of course, this is a thing that has changed over time. And we're good. We're glad about that because that means more avocados for everyone. Thanks for joining us, guys. We're going to have more about this very interesting superfood tomorrow. So make yourself some guacamole and come back for that.
See you guys next time.
大约1万年前，人类在现在的墨西哥发现了酪梨。那在酪梨的原产地，它被认为是力量和繁殖力的泉源。不过，直到16世纪西班牙人抵达这片大陆的时候，才开始出口酪梨，那它才广为所知。单字 native 它可以形容动植物它是原产地的，也可以形容是出生地的。那么 continent 它表示大陆或者是洲。Karen 老师刚刚很可爱的用这个唱歌方式帮助我们记住7大洲，其中比较难的是 Antarctica， 就是南极洲的意思。好，至于 export。export， 它可以当名词来指出口商品，那也可以当动词念作 export， 表示出口、输出的意思。它的字首 ex 是指向外，这时候如果我们把 ex 改成 im， 表示往内，你就会得到 import， 那就是进口商品。那么动词 import 则是指进口、输入的意思。好，课文写到说，酪梨在美国最早呢是1833年种植。但有很多年，大众对于这种水果并没有好感，甚至还有反对吃酪梨的禁忌。有部分是因为呢，它跟性还有跟繁殖是有关的。补充单字 fertility， 它是指生物的繁殖力，也可以表达肥沃度。那么 taboo 则是指禁忌的意思。那这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看重点 remain 当连缀动词，它可以表达保持，仍然是什么什么。那么后面可以接名词、形容词或是介系词片语，像我们说 remain calm 就是保持冷静 ，remain a mystery 仍然是个谜，或是 remain in place 可以去描述像是政策等等，它仍然有效，继续生效。举例来说 ，Please remain silent during the show。在表演过程中，请保持安静。以上是这节讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
The avocado is known as a delicious, versatile fruit. It can be spread on toast, made into a dip, or blended into a drink. What's more, its buttery flesh is full of vitamins and healthy fats, which is why it's considered a superfood. Today, it's grown in tropical climates around the world, including Taiwan. But where did this amazing fruit come from? And was it always such a big hit? Humans discovered the avocado in what is now Mexico, around 10,000 years ago. In its native land, the avocado was seen as a source of strength and fertility. But it would remain unknown to the wider world until the 16th century, when the Spanish arrived on the continent and began exporting avocados. Currently, the largest market for avocados is the United States. However, avocados were slow to catch on in the beginning. Avocados were first planted in the U.S. in 1833, but for many years the public did not take to the fruit. In fact, there was a taboo against eating avocados, in part because of their links with sex and fertility.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephen.
I'm Vivian.
We are going to play this game called Guess the Bear. Each of us has 3 words or phrases on these cards. We're going to read 2 sentence examples for each one, and you have 1 minute to guess all 3, because the hard part is I'm going to say the word bear instead of the actual word. Are you ready?
Yes.
Start the timer. All right, this is a verb, 1 word. Number 1, the country primarily bears coffee beans. Number 2, we no longer bear our goods to Europe.
Sell, export.
There you go. Okay, this is a noun, 1 word. Number 1, the North American bear is made up of 3 countries. Number 2, elephants are found on 2 bears.
Continent.
There you go.
That was an easy one.
Okay, and this is a phrase, 2 words. This book is bear, bore. I didn't finish reading it. Number 2, Jenny is bear, funny person. She should be a comedian.
Read the first one again?
This book is bear, bore. I didn't finish reading it. Number 2, Jenny is bear, funny person. She should be a comedian. 2 words. Jenny is bear, funny person. She should be a comedian.
Such a?
Oh my gosh, you got it right on the timer. I didn't think you would get that because that's hard to guess. This book is such a bore. I didn't finish reading it. And Jenny is such a funny person. She should be a comedian.
Look at me.
See, I was literally trying really hard to read it like such a. I was like bear.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Okay.
I appreciate it. All right, you got 1 minute. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. This one's an adjective, 1 word. Parrots usually live on bare islands. This country has a humid, bare climate.
Exotic?
No.
Okay,
parrots usually live on bare islands. This country has a humid, bare climate.
Wet, humid, tropical.
Yes, good job.
Okay.
Okay, so this one's a noun, 1 word. Broccoli has lots of bears and minerals. My sister takes a B6 bear every day.
Vitamin.
Good job. This one's an adjective, 1 word.
Okay.
Cacti are bare to this part of the desert. He's from the UK, but his bear language is French.
I don't know. Could it be native?
Yeah, good job. The word is native. Cacti are native to this part of the desert. He's from the UK, but his native language is French. Français.
Français. I'm used to hearing mother tongue, like his mother tongue is.
Yeah.
See you next time.